is a fishing swivel, a poor man's gimbal if you like, and it's in point contact with a hook hanging from a door opening, and it allows this pendulum rod, it's plastic sleeving in actual fact, to move in any direction freely and swing about, etc, etc. And I'll just pan back, and you can see that at the bottom of the pendulum shaft is the favourite ball valve acting as the weight. Inside the ball valve is a mechanism, and the reason I'm doing this is that I did one before with a string for the pendulum, and one of the brilliant scientists out there came back with a comment that it was obvious that the pendulum was doing what it was doing, which I'll show you in a minute, because of what they call parametric my brain's gone, parametric resonance. Basically the same thing that a child's swing enables a child to start a swing without putting his feet on the ground. We've all done it when we were children. And basically with parametric resonation, what you do is that the child holds the swing either side on its supporting chains or rope or whatever, and by doing so, when he leans backwards, he's effectively shortening the moment of the pendulum. This, by having a rigid pole, cannot do that, and you'll just have to take my word for it, but there's nothing inside the ball at the bottom that lifts up or to one side, causing parametric resonation. So that's all there is to it. I'm just going to attach a thread to the bottom of the ball valve and attach it to a chair at the back so that I can hold it backwards, and I shall burn through the thread. You won't be able to see it because it's only a piece of very thin fishing line, and then you'll see that it's been released without me touching or interfering with it, and you'll see what the thing does. Here we have the pendulum. Excuse my bare feet, it's nice and warm in here. Here we have the pendulum held in tension by a thread, which you can't see, I don't think, because it's too fine. It's just fishing, very thin piece of fishing nylon, ready to swing. And you all know what a pendulum does when you release it, so we won't bother to do it without switching on the mechanism inside. And now I'll release the pendulum by burning through the thread. Actually, I'll burn through it down near the bottom so the thread doesn't interfere with it. Throwing past through my hand. I must get some new bearings for this thing, it's getting rather noisy. As gravity goes straight down, normal pendulum would swing absolutely to and fro without any deviation. In fact, Foucault's pendulum in the Science Museum shows how true that is, because the pendulum swings and is let go in one direction, and after you've been around the Science Museum for a couple of hours, you'll find that the thing is swinging very slightly to one side, just like this pendulum did. The only difference is the one in the Science Museum is swinging to a different angle, not because the pendulum has moved, but because the world has rotated underneath it while you've been going around the museum. Anyway, here endeth the first lesson.